welcome back to the exciting conclusion of the 2022 Buchmiller SuperThriller. Thank you to Shawn, Conroy, and Elevated Disc Golf Events for putting on this tournament and the rest of the Red Rose Roundup series. And of course, as always, thank you to the HyzerMedia Patreon family. I'm Nathan Johnson, and today I am joined by a man who is good for at least one long putt every round on coverage, Ramie Millar.
How's it going, everybody? So we're going to jump into hole 10 here on the back nine. It's a par 3, 345-foot hole. There's a lot of OB on the left and the right, and the basket's going to be perched or just down over the hillside here. A lot of our competitors are going to be throwing a forehand, just getting down the fairway, giving themselves a long bit at a putt, but just trying to stay in bounds.
Yep, this hole is really tough to park, so you're going to see most guys just kind of chipping a forehand and taking their circle 2 look, as that's kind of the best you can get.
So Ethan puts a nice little hyzer forehand down here, should trickle around the corner, catches a tree, it stays safe.
Yep, so definitely short, but in bounds. I threw this one OB round 1, so I'm looking to give it a little more height, make a correction off of round 1, and this comes out exactly the same.
Oh no, skip. Oh, and it slides right into OB.
Just barely trickles to OB. That's going to be a 40-foot downhill putt to save the par, unfortunately.
Looks like Jerry's going to go with a putter here and just try to throw it straight.
Yep, Jerry's going harp. Keep it safe, keep it in bounds. That'll work just fine. Here's Linc. He's going for the aggressive line. Pow!
It's a little high here. Might stall out. Definitely going to be OB here.
Yeah, and that's OB left. It took us a little bit because the line does end on the left-hand side. We weren't sure if it went straight or if it curved back to the left, but he did end up OB. Josh got this hole in the morning and is looking to get a putt again, and he really throws a pretty good shot, and that's gonna have a long circle 2 putt for the birdie.
So Linc's gonna be trying to save his par putt from back here. It's very downhill. It's tough to get it to sit. Oh, he catches the top. Oh, it's gonna roll away.
Yeah, tough break for Linc. We were searching for his disc for so long that we forgot Jerry was back here, so Linc did end up going first out of order, but not too big of a deal. Nice shot from Jerry. He sneaks just past the OB and is going to be parked for his par.
Josh looks like he's just going to lay up because the basket does have OB right behind it on the left side.
Yeah, Ethan, he's going to lay up as well. No need to run this, 80-footer or so. But I got to give this one a chance. Try to save the par from about 40 feet downhill.
Oh, just off the top of the basket. But it sits down pretty quickly for you. So Linc's going to be putting for double bogey here. No, for bogey. Sorry.
Single bogey, and he's able to connect there, so not too much damage. You can see, maybe should have given him a courtesy violation for the no shoes on there, but when he was looking for his disc, they somehow came off. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a crazy hole. It took us a while. A couple provisionals were thrown, which are not on camera, but we made it through, and we'll continue on here.
Ethan snags a nice little par there. Jerry played this hole nice and safe, finds himself a par as well. And Josh, after his layup, is going to take a par. So a few pars there and a couple bogeys. Not too much damage on a very daunting hole. Hole 11 is a par 4, 405-foot hole. It's going to play up this hillside. You're going to have OB on your right and on your left. The goal is really just kind of throw a forehand or a turnover that's going to land you somewhere on this hillside near this telephone pole. It's going to give you access to this little, low ceiling, tightly wooded area to get back to the basket.
Yep, tricky little hole. Placement's important. Ethan, he's lining up just the chip hyzer forehand, trying to put himself as close to the road as possible to open up that second shot.
There's this great height to allow that disc to work its way back, and he puts it right in the center of the fairway. He's going to like having that spot.
Yep, that's right where you want to be. Perfect shot.
Jerry is not much of a forehand player, so he's going to go with the backhand turnover.
It's so touchy, and if unfortunately he doesn't quite turn this one enough, and that's going to find the OB left side. Josh, he's lined up the forehand too, but just does not throw it on Hyzer, and that's going to push also deep out of bounds.
So I'm sure you're going to try to look to correct that and really put some hyzer and height on this to make sure you find your way into the fairway.
Yep, just commit to the hyzer, keep it inside. Again, pushing that right side. I know it's hard to find that road OB, so it's in bounds. Linc, he's going big here.
Oh, and he gets nice height and turn on this. If he can just beat the corner.
But he does not quite. Just leaves it a little left, and that's going to be out of bounds. But he's at the top of the hill, so he should have a pretty straightforward shot to get up and down for his par. As Josh, this pushes the backside, and there's actually OB back there, but he did end up inbounds as the OB stopped at the, kind of where that rough was.
Jerry's going to try to do the same thing and also catches a tree. It looks like he sits down as well.
So here's that infinite relief we've talked about before. Since Linc went out of bounds, he can take it straight back as far as he wants in line with the basket to kind of open up his line.
Just chips a forehand in here, trying to squeak its way through. That's going to be in the circle.
Yeah, that's a nice shot from Linc. I'm going to try to take some notes and do the same thing.
Nice smooth forehand. Oh my goodness, it almost goes in the basket.
Trying to give that one a little run. And luckily it stays close behind, so it should be a short birdie putt for me.
See if Ethan can do the same thing here. Just a little low, but it squeaks through. Finds its way into the circle.
Some fortunate ground play there. That log's only about 10-15 feet from the basket, so not a problem. Jerry's trying to match your line from the morning. Unfortunately catches a late tree, and he'll have a short putt for bogey. Josh, he's over here in the thick stuff, deep and right of the basket, so a little scuba action. Yeah. Channel his inner Brody Smith. He'll be able to get up and down from there.
Linc just a little high on that putt there. Jerry can wrap up that. Yep, takes a little bogey. Not too much damage for going out early.
Yep, this hole's, it can happen quick if you go early left out of bounds. It's a really tricky par save. So bogey isn't the worst case scenario, but you definitely would like to take a birdie like Ethan's going to do here with a good drive. Couple tap-ins.
There's that fantastic shot that you had to get up there, running the basket. Nice, easy birdie to finish that hole off. It's got to feel good there.
Yep, nice bounce back after the bogey on hole 10.
Hole 12 is a par 3, 305-foot hole. We have a Mando here in the middle of the fairway. You need to go to the right of this tree. You want to get down to the bottom of this hill and get any action to kind of slide your way down to this basket. Not a lot of danger other than the Mando off the tee. So you're just looking to get down the hillside. See if Ethan can correct on earlier.
Our card had some trouble on this hole in the morning, so Ethan's looking to correct on that. He's able to hit the gap this time. Catches one of those skinny trees, but makes his way most of the way down there.
Looks like you've changed discs. You're going to go with your zone here rather than that Firebird in the first round. And
yep, disc down.
Like useful. And that's what you're looking for. Get down and slide your way down.
Yep, hits the gap, got a nice favorable skip, and that'll be a circle 2 putt for the birdie.
Jerry going a little more aggressive with a driver here and just punches a little bit deep.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about going. I think he went with his justice, but if you throw that a little too hard, the backside rough comes in really quick, so it's hard to control the distance. As Josh, he ends up almost right next to Jerry, and that's a really tough up and down from over there, as I learned in the morning.
Linc's got probably 1,000 rounds on this course, so he's probably got this shot dialed in here. And just catches a tree on the way down.
Yeah, it was a good line, just unfortunately a little unlucky. And he'll have to scramble for a par.
Gonna be a very low ceiling shot here. Sneak in underneath the tree and just slide it up to the basket. Looks like he's done a fantastic job of that.
Yeah, Link's spin putt is really a nice weapon from that 120 foot range where he can just glide it all the way up to the basket.
Ethan's gonna try and crash into the basket. Did he almost go into the basket?
Yeah, he gave it a run. If that didn't hit those last leaves, I think that might have had a chance.
Jerry's gonna go with the big hyzer putt. Oh,
He almost drops it in.
goodness.
I got a little window here, and it was almost framed up too well not to run it.
Oh, and he goes off the band.
I
Oh,
cannot
what a
believe how that
fantastic
didn't go
bid.
in. Felt great out of the hand, but we'll take the par on this one. Definitely a bonus birdie kind of hole, so nothing wrong with a par.
No, par's good here, especially just getting past that first mando. Really is kind of the expected outcome.
Yep, so we'll have a couple tap-ins here. A little par frame for the card, and just move right along to hole 13.
Lost desk.
Still sad about that band hit.
Give the basket a little love tap. Don't do that to me again. Hole 13 is going to be a par 3, 324-foot hole. It's going to go up here past his basket over to an island green with an OB road across. A lot of the competitors are going to try and either just chip up for a nice easy up and down, find their way for a par. Some people might get a little more aggressive and try to big flex forehand to get across the road and skip over. Looks like Ethan's going to go for that nice little chip hyzer.
Oh, that's way too straight.
Push it a little deep. There's no real danger short.
There it goes.
He gets a really tough
Oh, and it
roll.
rolls all the way back.
Yeah,
Make it a
we,
very difficult approach.
yeah, that was a tough break. Not impossible from there. It'll still be a forehand, but yeah, really unfortunate roll down the hill. I'm just playing for the layup here. I'm going zone. Ace
Oh.
running the short basket, and that'll play just fine.
I didn't hear of any black aces yesterday.
Yeah, usually we have at least one at the Super Thriller. I feel like there's so many other baskets on this. Oh my gosh, as Jerry almost rings it up. There's so many baskets on this course that are not in play that it almost happens. It's almost guaranteed to happen every year. Josh, he's getting aggressive here. He's going for the green.
There's that flex forehand you're looking for.
We'll find out.
Looks like he caught the edge before the road. Did he slide across?
He didn't. I don't believe he did. I believe he cut rolled and stayed short of the road, but inbounds.
Link's just gonna go for the little chip forehand or chip backhand. I mean,
Oh, good thing he didn't go for it with that car just
yeah.
going right across there. All right, this is going to be a very tricky up and down. Probably over. Oh, has he almost put black aces there?
Sit down.
He's
Sit
got,
down.
This needs to sit, and it does.
Oh.
That OB is super tight on the backside of the green, probably only 15 feet. And that was really done by Ethan.
That was a fantastic shot from back there, and Linc pushes this a little bit deep. He's going to be OB. Probably have a contested putt behind that tree.
Yep. I had some low limbs here that I kind of got scared of and left it a little wide, but it's still only about a 20-footer for the par. Jerry does the nice little low skipper right under the basket. Not a problem. That's textbook how you want to play this hole. Or, whoa, Josh did actually get across. I misspoke.
Little birdie putt. Oh, gonna be short. It's
Tough to run, though. Low ceiling there, and he's also got that OB right behind. So here's Linc now for bogey, and that's unfortunately going to come up short. So another big number for Linc.
Nice putt there. Just put it right in the center of the basket. Nice easy
Yep.
par.
Yeah, those 20-footers, we don't want a lot of them, but definitely want to make sure you connect when you have those kind of tester putts for par on this course. Really
What?
great scramble from Ethan.
What an incredible par from what happened off to the tee to that forehand that he got an unlucky roll away in the first round to just
Yeah.
par.
Yeah, they're laughing because just as Ethan was lining up his putt, Linc accidentally dropped one of his discs, and it just slowly rolled like 20 feet down the hill. It was just like the most. It was pretty funny. So but he was able to compose himself and still connect on the par.
Excellent. Hole 14 is a par 3, very difficult par 3, 373 feet uphill, OB on the right side here. Plenty of room on the left if you need to bail out. Goal is to just get up to the top of the hill. Any forward progress to make an easier approach is what you're looking for, but most of the competitors are taking a par on this hole.
Yep, nothing wrong with a par. I don't think there were any birdies on the whole tournament, so.
Actually,
yeah,
in round 1, Daniel Sedell got there with a forehand and made his birdie putt.
Wow, that is a huge forehand. And I mean, Dan does bombs, so that does not it still surprises me though, because this hole is far.
Nope.
Ethan doesn't like this out of the hand, but it's actually fine.
Pretty solid.
This hole is so far to the right that, you know, it's almost hard to saw off your forehand into that OB if you give it the height and enough power. But I'm definitely not trying to put it anywhere near that closely, but nice and wide. I got a nice little skip there, and that'll be about 200 feet into the green.
You can kind of hear the DJ on the side. We are in a public park, and there's a pavilion having a party, and they had the music going pretty loud.
Yep, which is it was kind of fun. I don't know if if Dave caught any of my dance moves, but keep an eye out in the background.
Strobel also did some dance moves for us on our card.
Love to see it. Nice shot there from Josh. Nice and safe, nice and wide. Forehand and Linc. He's lining up the backhand turnover. I don't know if he's trying to get aggressive, but still a fine shot.
Yep. Big goal is just get up to that tree. Opens up the nice easy approach to the basket.
Yeah, pretty open. A little one-stepper from Linc. Maybe trying to give it a little run.
Yep, and that'll approach right under the green. A little longer than he probably wants to have for a putt, but shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, just a little zone hyzer from me. Spin it up there.
Checks up right in front of the basket. Excellent shot. See if Josh can do this.
Josh actually kind of went deep here, so he's got a little more hyzer. Kind of has to skip it back. And he does a decent job of it until it picks up.
No, and then it rolls.
Yeah, super unlucky. So he's going to have an uphill, probably 50-footer from there. Really tough break.
To hit that.
And that looked like Jerry's approach there. Got himself a 20-footer. And Ethan, he's got a jump putt from here. Great drive.
Incredible drive. Just get up, settle down.
Yeah, it's just fine.
Yeah, 15 feet from the basket. Josh has like 70-foot putt here.
Yeah, really, really bad break. And it's just such a long putt. That's way uphill. And nothing much he can do about it. Couple par putts coming up for the rest of the card. Ethan's up first and he's able to convert. That's well done. Again, only one birdie on the whole day, so a par here is not too bad. Jerry able to connect there.
Yep, that's what we're looking for. Just nice easy par on this hole. So it's nearly impossible to get the birdie, and you just want to make sure you don't lose a stroke and take a bogey on it.
Exactly. That's a nice putt from Linc. And I'm looking to do the same.
Excellent work by you there, sir.
Thank you. It's the power of the bucket hat, you know. We had to make the outfit change for round 2, and so far it's paying off. Tough bogey there for
Josh. Score
Josh.
update. Looks like Ethan's got a couple strokes back on you a little bit, making it a little more tight. Four-stroke lead.
Yeah, I can definitely feel him breathing down my neck, and he's making it interesting as we head in here into hole 15. It's just a little chipper forehand, not a chipper at all. The basket is a big dog leg left to right, and you got to throw a nice high spiky forehand, looking to usually come up short of the basket to leave yourself the most space for the putt. Ethan's able to make a nice correction off of round 1, give it enough width, and he's got a really tough uphill, low ceiling 40-footer.
That looks very similar to the position that you were in the first round, so you're probably going to give it a little more height and try to come up a little shorter than the first round here.
That was the goal. But we ended up in the same spot.
Oh, an unfortunate roll is going to put you right back in the same spot you were.
Yep, about 35 feet uphill. Very tricky little putt there.
Jerry's going to go with a nice big forehand here as well. A little lower, is probably going to push a little bit more.
Actually comes up a little shorter and takes a tough roll, but that is an open putt. It's probably more makeable than Ethan or I's because he's not gonna have any ceiling issues.
Linc's just playing this one for par, just chip around the corner, getting a nice safe spot.
Yep, and Josh is probably gonna do the same with his tilt. Gives it a little more height, but it's so overstable it just dumps.
Oh, sit. Oh, back in bounds.
Wow, that was almost a brutal break there.
Gives that a little bid there.
Nicely done. This one, nothing wrong with a par on this hole either. I mean, the best you're going to do as Linc with a really nice Annie bid there. The best you're going to get is like a 30-footer, so nothing wrong with a par. As Jerry gives that a nice bid, just comes up a tad short.
See if Ethan can push this putt in the ceiling. Oh, he goes over the top.
Yeah, he kind of tried to drop that hyzer in, but didn't quite get back enough.
Go with that Logan and Burr spin push putt. Oh, and he goes off the band again.
I'm not really sure how I missed that high. The ceiling was so low, but yeah, unfortunately, a little too much height there. So we'll have to settle for the par.
Gonna have to give a little love tap to the top of this basket too.
I might have forgot this one if I'm being honest, but it's okay. Par's just fine on this hole, as we're going to see from everybody on the card. Couple tap-ins as we head down the stretch here. Only 3 holes to go. Trying to maintain my 4-stroke lead, but there's so much out of bounds coming up on 17, especially, that I'm not feeling safe yet. That's for sure.
Absolutely, and 17 and 18 are definitely eagleable. So if Ethan really needs to make up strokes at that point, there's things that he can get really aggressive with to try and catch a stroke on you here and there. Hole 16 is a par 4, 493-foot par hole. It's got a few gaps here to try and get through. Most people are going to try and go out wide here and try to get around this last tree on the right. Some people might go with a little forehand just to hit the gap and get out into the open area. Maybe a roller goes down just to get out into the open, so they can try to approach this basket, which is very, very guarded with a big electric post and tight OB on the left and the right.
Yep, Ethan, he slipped off this tee in the first round, so he's looking to make a correction. He likes the flex forehand line, so we'll see. Just barely misses that tree, but he's out there in the open, so that'll be just fine.
Yep, that's what you're looking for. Looks like you're going to disc down to a little bit slower disc in the first round.
Yep, almost went OB long in the morning, so we're going to go with the pyro in the afternoon, and it comes up a little short, but it's well in bounds, and I'll take it.
Jerry's going to go with that wide outside line, maybe try to catch the road and just skip past, and it does a fantastic job of that.
Yeah, that's about the best drive you're going to see on this hole from Jerry. Textbook, low ceiling, just keeps it on hyzer, pushes it the whole way. Linc's trying to match that, and he just doesn't get any skip and just is right behind that tree. Really unfortunate lie.
Oh, jeez.
And that's just a grip block from Josh. He said it himself. And that, unfortunately, is across the road and out of bounds.
Definitely going to make this hole a little bit harder. I'm surprised Josh doesn't go with the forehand there. He's got a really, really good forehand.
Yeah, he does. I think it's just one of those things of, you know, he knows what he did in practice and is going to stick with that, which I do respect, but unfortunately this time did not pay off. Going Firebird here, trying to leave it out over the road and then hopefully have it fade back and miss that one pole. Comes up a little short, but it's a putt.
So it checked up just before OB too. Oh, and Linc's got
He's trying to
very
get fancy.
difficult cap.
And he pures it.
I like that way more than I thought I was going to.
And he gets a
and
little
he
road
skips
skip
it all the
too.
way up to the basket too. What a shot from Linc.
Really impressive stuff there. Threading the needle. Here's Jerry now looking to do the same, just barely misses that pole, and that's par. It's a great shot.
Puts it right up to the basket.
Tricky shot here for Ethan as he can't see the basket, so he's got a blind hyzer, but he executes that to perfection. A little half bit from Josh. We have a tailwind here for these putts, so hard to get it there.
Little C2 look for you here.
First stepper of the day.
Oh, and he gets aggressive with it, and he cashes it. Takes
Yeah.
the birdie, trying to separate.
That
The
one felt
putt.
good. With Ethan Park for the birdie, his Linc just sticks to his hand there. Yeah, with Ethan Park for the birdie, I knew I had to give it at least a chance. So to cash that putt was big.
Excellent birdie there from Jerry. Ethan should also have a good birdie putt here too to try and keep that. Oh, that's a little low, but it catches.
I get it. You want to go from your best shot of your day to the worst
So he
shot.
stays within 4 from you.
Yeah, tough break for Linc after that great shot through the tree. Unable to capitalize and take the birdie, but he'll walk away with a par and a tough double bogey for Josh.
It's just been a rough round for Josh. Some unlucky rollaways. Hole 17's a par 5, 740-foot hole. Lots of OB. We're going to be playing inside of this tree line over here. Goal is to just get inbounds off the tee and navigate your way up to the basket as you can. A lot of people are going to be playing on the left side of this fairway for most of the hole until they get out here into the open, and then it's going to kind of open up for a little hyzer down into the basket. Hopefully you can stay in bounds and find your way up and down for a birdie. Some aggressive players might go big hyzer off the tee.
Yep, Ethan, he's going to line up this big hyzer. He's got to make up some strokes, so he's going as aggressive.
Gives it a great height, great hyzer line. Just got to make sure it gets back far enough, and it looks like it catches the tree.
Yeah, so that's out of bounds. Yeah, we'll talk about that on his second shot. I'm going big, up and around. Not going to make the same mistake as the morning. Make sure to leave it nice and left. And it actually almost goes too left as there is OB over there, but I was just barely safe.
Jerry's going to go with a nice little forehand chip here. Just get up into the trees, hopefully settle down before he finds OB.
Yeah, that's a nice safe shot. It's over inbounds the entire way. So yeah, no real trouble there. I kind of wish I took that line in the morning.
Linc just going with a nice little hyzer here to get into the center of the fairway. Does an excellent job of that.
Yep, good execution from Linc. Josh, he likes the wide hyzer as well.
Definitely a little more aggressive than the first round. Looks like he's center cut just like he was in the first round though.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry's going to have a very tight gap on the left side over here to try and pull a turnover through.
Yeah, this is... Oh, he's going roller.
Oh, roller. Just needs to turn over a little bit. He does a great job. He's going to be contested with that tree to get to the basket, but that was a very good shot.
Yeah, I love that play from Jerry with the low ceiling, just to, bite off another couple 100 feet, and it'll definitely play. Linc tries to get a little too aggressive. So, Ethan, we decided that it had crossed and then went back out of bounds on the left, so we gave him this spot, yeah, he's going to be throwing 3 from there. It was tough to stay, so benefit goes to the player.
Josh has his backdoor forehand line. Gives it nice height. Just gets
wide.
back in bounds.
Yeah, just barely. And I'm going to be pinched over here on the left, so not much. I have this little flex forehand to try to bite off a little bit.
Just a little high out of the hand, catches the tree.
Still in bounds, though.
Excellent. Linc looks a little inside here.
Fortunate branch there, because there is OB left, and he might have found that if he didn't catch that branch. So I probably got about 3, I'm going to say 280 into the pin from here. Kind of a pushing hyzer. Didn't quite give it enough, so that's about a 40-footer for birdie.
Gary's going to try that same shot, just pushing a little bit deeper, and it looks like he got to the green.
Really well done from Jerry. Yep, that's textbook how you want to play this hole. Just bite it off in 3 chunks, give yourself a birdie putt.
Linc forehand roller just doesn't burn over and just keeps going. Straight into OB.
Just too stable of a disc, and it just never flips for him, so that's going to be a long putt. Josh, he pulls out his tilt trying to get a big flare skip, and it just kind of rides the ground and pushes straight.
Did that check up or did it go B?
Still in bounds, though, yep.
Ethan's going to get up and down here.
Yeah, he'll save his par. This is Linc now for, I believe, a par and just low.
Just
Good
low
effort.
again.
Yeah, Josh has a really tough lie. He's breaking out the lefty flick. And honestly, pretty good.
That is admirable. I don't think I could have done that.
Yeah, I'm giving this a bid. Probably shouldn't have, but we have a backstop behind, so it stays within 15.
And this Jerry's birdie putt?
It is.
Good birdie from Jerry.
Yep, pretty well done there. That gets him back to even.
Really pulled all the tricks out of the bag there with roller, forehand, backhand, good putt.
Yeah, great execution there. Here's Ethan. This is for par. Well done by him to take advantage of the good break.
Definitely a good par save from back there, too.
Yep.
You're looking just to match that par at this point.
Yep. No, not trying to do anything special. Just trying to stay clean the rest of the way and bring home the dub. Good putt from Josh. Linc will tap in, I believe, a bogey.
Double
Ooh,
bogey.
That's tough.
That brings us to the final hole of this tournament, hole 18, a par 5, 951-foot hole. Drone's going to take you down through this tight corridor through the fairway. Most of our competitors are going to be playing down this road line, trying to get to the final gap and get out into the open. Goal is to get down around here after your first tee shot, and then we're going to go out and around these large trees on our left here, which are going to be all OB. You want to get down to the bottom of this hill, hopefully as far past them as you can with staying in bounds from the road, so that you open up your options to get up and down for a hopeful birdie to this basket. This tree does have OB all around it next to the basket, so you got to be very careful about your approach.
Yeah, a really great finishing hole on this tough layout. So you're really just looking to stay in bounds here like the rest of the course and hopefully come away with the birdie.
Jerry goes turnover here, and it catches the tree, and it looks like it's going to squirt back out of bounds.
Yeah, really unfortunate break. Just yeah, strong branch that just kicked him out. We did say he did cross up there, so it'll play, but
So Ethan turned it over very early out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going to be a very tough lie from there.
That's got to take a lot of stress and pressure off this shot for you, just knowing that you just have to put it in bounds. Nice, smooth shot.
Yep, just a Hyzer forehand for me. No needs to get aggressive. And I get lucky, spits through the trees, and that'll be right in the middle of the fairway.
Josh looks like he let that out a little early, but seems like it checked up nice and easy. Linc's going to take the fairway that the drone went down.
Yes. Finally, we see somebody take this wide backhand route. And Linc throws it pretty well. He actually, a little too well, comes all the way back to the left and is on the roadside again.
So Ethan is going to try and get aggressive here and try to bite off a lot. Try to see if he can catch a stroke on you. He's got to know it's pretty well written, and that's a fantastic forehand that he gets down through the gap. A nice turnover. Really pushes it out to the right.
Yeah, almost too good. He actually finds the rough there on the right side of the normal 18 tee pad. So he's going to have a long shot to try to go if he wants to go over the out of bounds on his next one. Nice little chip up there from Josh.
Jerry just unfortunately catches that tree there as he was trying to get down to the corner. Looking like a walk in the park for you here, just to get down around the corner.
Just a big hyzer. I left it a little inside, but it does sneak through, so that should be about 120 feet there to the basket. And Linc just leaves this one inside, but fortunately is able to stay in bounds.
Oh, Ethan did get deep into the rough here.
Yeah, and that was really a pretty good shot to get out. He's going to have a very open approach there to get into the clubhouse. As Jerry just leaves this one inside, and unfortunately stays up in the tree. And that is going to be out of bounds. This is Josh. He's able to
nice
put it back into the
hyzer.
fairway. Yep, nice shot for him. That should be able to save his par. So again, we see this rule. Jerry takes his out of bounds shot all the way back about 100 feet. So to open up the big spike hyzer from here.
Pushing nicely, just needs to get down.
It is in bounds.
Short?
Short, but in bounds. So he'll have a long putt from there.
It's going to be a low ceiling shot from Linc. It's going to have a guardian tree in front of the basket. Guardian tree catches in there. Very wiry tree that kind of sticks out in a lot of different areas.
Yeah, it makes these approach shots a little trickier than they would normally have to. Ethan, he's lining up the forehand, even though I wouldn't recommend it, but he almost
my
dunks
goodness,
it.
he almost throws it in.
Really great shot. I'm only about 100 feet here, so just a little jump putt.
Excellent work there. Nice, easy way to finish out your tournament.
Linc, he's got another chance for a highlight here to cap it off.
Just a little low.
The height.
See if Jerry can try to finish out his round really well here. Big putt. Just off to the right. Josh is tripping up for his par? Birdie? Birdie.
Should be a par for Josh, I believe. So here's Ethan.
He'll take that bogey from that OB stroke earlier.
A great round from Ethan overall. I mean, he was able to bounce back from some struggles in the first round and play a lot cleaner golf. Got his bogey or birdies when he could.
Good par from Josh there. Just try to get through the rest of the round. It was a tough round for him. This will be a tough finish for Jerry. Taking that triple bogey. And then Nathan Johnson. The finish, your 2022 Buchmiller SuperThriller winner, Nathan Safton, doing work. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Was able to stay clean, execute. A couple quick thank yous if I can. Big thanks to Shawn Conroy and all his volunteers who put this tournament on. I know it's a lot of work to put the course into the shape. Quick couple thank yous to my sponsors, Norse Gods Disc Golf and Elevation Discs. And yeah, thanks Dave and HyzerMedia for coming out and filming. It was a lot of fun to be on coverage both days. And thanks for having me on commentary. It's been great.
It's always a pleasure doing this with you, Nate. Until next time.
Yeah, taking a look at the final standings. I was able to come out on top, followed by Ethan, Jerry, Dyson, rounding out your top three. And as we mentioned in the front nine, this was the fifth and final event of the Red Rose Roundup series. Me and Ethan ended up tied for first place, and he beat me in a playoff to take home the belt. Congrats to Ethan on the victory. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. We appreciate your support of HyzerMedia. And be sure to like and subscribe to support the channel. I've been Nathan Johnson, and for Ramie Millar, thanks for watching.